Hi everyone. How are you guys? Happy, oh gosh. What is today? Is it Tuesday? It's Tuesday, right? Yeah, okay, it's Tuesday. Sorry. Don't mind me. Don't um ooh, you'll be able to hear me twice. Okay. Hello. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a good Tuesday if it's Tuesday where you are. Look, if you were here the other day, I told you it would get better, and it's gotten better. We now have like a little splash screen. I have what I'm currently reading on here. Before we kick off, I figured, I don't know, I would just like chat a little bit around what I'm doing or reading or whatever. So if you're here, say hello. Tell me what you're going to work on. We're going to get started around 7:05. Just like if you have any like last minute things that you need to do, now would be a good time. Let me know if music is too loud or too quiet, as well as my mic. I had to adjust a few things, but it was kind of like I'm watching my mic right now. It might be just a smidge too loud. So I turned that down. Anyways, because I listened back to the other day and I was like, oh, you can not hear the music at all. So I set some things up. You might hear some actually you shouldn't hear any beeping, but you might hear some beeping as I like turn the volume up and down on Spotify. It is DMCA free stuff, but I haven't decided yet if I want to play lo-fi beats or if I don't and it just be silent. But I feel like silent is really awkward to just be watching someone even though you're doing readathon sprints, which is why I have the music. So that's kind of where I'm at, what my thought process is. The one thing that I'm not sure if it's working is actually my my chat. Like I set up a different thing, so I'm not really sure if that's working or not, but it's fine. Like I don't know if it's like if it'll show up on the screen or whatnot. So for I was gonna say hold on. I was gonna talk to you guys about what I'm reading for December. So this is my December spread. I am doing 2 reading challenges. Sorry if you hear Charlotte in the background. Oh, sorry, I lied. 3. I'm doing the Year in the Valley for the December readathon. Then I'm doing Freezeathon, which I've never done before, and then Lightfall as well. Which Lightfall this year, it's a bingo. So if you guys do Aurelium, she announced that maybe last weekend or 2 weekends ago. So everything's in like the Discord server for you. In Aurelium's Discord server. So definitely go check it out. She has some cool things. Then you can like, you have this like bakery part and like the graphics. I love it all. It's so cute. And then A Year in the Valley is a Stardew based readathon. If you're here from there, say hello. If not, that's fine. That's actually the first readathon that I managed, and this hasn't been like announced yet to the server, and it was a little unexpected, but I'm actually going to be taking on that readathon fully next year as well. So if you're looking for more prompts and more challenges, come join that server. I have everything linked below in the description for this video. If a link doesn't work, just let me know. So this, I'm like trying to keep an eye on time because we have like a minute. This month on my readathons, or on my TBR, I have The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, Grey Miss Fair, Charlotte, what's wrong? Daughter of the Pirate King, A River Enchanted, London Seance Society, Spellcaster, 2 Twisted Crowns, and Ice Planet Barbarians, which is what I'm going to read tonight. So she's crying. I think she just wants attention. But I'm going to go ahead and get our timer started. and we're going to be running 25 minutes with 10-minute breaks. So I will see you guys in about 25 minutes. Happy reading, crafting, or productivity time. So see you in a little. Okay, how did we do? I made it to, I had like just started. I made it to 18. I don't really know what this book is about. Has anybody read this? I mean, outside of being told that it's like adult with big blue aliens and a frozen world and that there's spice. I'm a little caught off guard though. I didn't realize that it was gonna be like this. I don't know. Hold on. Does she have trigger warnings in this? Hold on. No, she does not. That's really interesting. She does not have trigger warnings. Anyways, what's everybody doing? Did we make good progress? We do have, so we have about 8.5 minutes left of our break. I am testing the timing, so if you guys have any feedback on like what you prefer, if you prefer 5 minutes, if you like the 10, or if it's just like a little too long, we can definitely mess with that as we keep streaming. But yeah, I'm not even on like the next chapter, so to say. You got no. Yeah, that's kind of, well, in Alexandra, that's totally fine. You can sit here if you want to listen to me talk. You can also like work on other things. Like there are times where we may be doing sprints and I'm going to be working on stuff and not reading because just, you know, life is busy. I'm actually getting married in February, so like I'm going to have a lot of planning that I have to do, especially more so like around that time. So, but yeah, that's kind of like where I'm at too. Like haven't read it, heard some general like vagueness. I know it's a really long series, and I will say I'm really proud of myself because I don't know if I'm going to like it, and I have not bought beyond the first book, which normally is very hard for me. Like if I think I'm gonna like a series and like if they go on sale or something, I'll buy them even if I haven't read, you know, the first or the second or, you know, whatever book. Yeah, very interesting. Just initial 18 pages. I wonder how close I am. Let me see how close I am to the next chapter. Which, it's also dual POV. It might be more than that. I'll have to see. It might be more than that. I'll have to see. But just because I know like the next chapter, the person, it was a different name. Okay. 36. So I'm like halfway through the chapter. So I was a little slow there. My sweet girl, this is Charlotte Jane. She is named for Charlotte Bronte and Jane Eyre. She gets a little jealous sometimes when I'm talking. This also happens on like when I'm working, I work from home, and like so when I'm on meetings too, this happens, and she gets super like loud, and then like she's jealous. She has jealousy and attachment issues. Like it's a thing. She's not even 3 yet. It's a thing. But she had to go potty, so, you know, we obviously can't ignore that, or else an oopsie will happen. So I ran her out really, really quick. But, yeah. It is what it is, you know. You can't predict when things like that are going to happen. I was gonna say, I am almost done setting up my new reading journal, and I'm very proud of it. I might not go over goals like right now for next year. But I had posted in Discord a bunch of journal covers, and this was the one that won. It's an Archer and Olive one. I think this came in one of their sub boxes because I do save up and I get their sub boxes every quarter. The new one should be here soon, by the way. But I think it's like Moonlit Meadows, Moonlit Garden, something like that. And this is the one that was chosen. And I changed how I set this up a little bit this year. I might do like a full walkthrough video that like looks professional-ish. I'm gonna say professional-ish because I'm new to YouTubing. I set it up differently this year. This chunk right here, that's just like beginning of year stuff. This is what I have for my monthlies. So I'm like, hopefully we don't fill it up. Some months I go hard and I can read like 9 books. But I set a rule where I only review like, try to review all my books if I can. But my rule for my journal is I only review like the best of that month. So it might be like 1, 2, if there were like 3 that were all like, if I had just like a standout month, yeah, we'll do that. I also get super like, I don't know, some months I read 4 books. I think in November I read 5. There was one not showing and I forgot to post my review to Storygraph, but I just posted it. It was the second book in the Elementals of Iona duology, called Forever Rain. I did finish that very early on, and that actually was not on my TBR. I was just like, you know what? I want to finish this duology. I read the first book way earlier in the year, and I was like, I don't want to go into another year with another duology not having read this. So this is, you guys are gonna get a sneak peek. This is like the cover spread, and I always do this thing where I like name my reading journals and I do a theme. So this theme is obviously like celestial moon, so it's called the Lunar Library. Then we have our library index, which will be our page index. And then I always have these like fun little intro messages to like kick off the year. So I'll read it to you this year. Lift your gaze and steady your grin. Your 2026 reading journey is ready to begin. Pack up your hopes, let your lantern ignite. Let silver light swirl in the soft velvet night. Blue-gray moonbeams dance with delight, and lunar bees giggle just out of sight. Step through the stardust, trust every crease, and keep your eyes peeled for shimmering cheese. Do not dawdle, do not sway, the beckoning moon will show you the way. With laughter and wonder, bold as a sage, your tale starts anew, now turn the page. And then you turn the page and we go right into new release list. So yeah, so I'm super excited. I think what I'll do is on the next break, I might talk about what my goals are for the year. I feel like that would be a good one to talk about. So we are about to begin though, the next one. So grab whatever you're working on, figure out what you want to do if you want to read, get some tasks done, hang out, listen to the background music, whatever you want to do. Go ahead and get ready, and we'll be kicking off in about 10 seconds for our next 25-minute session. So happy reading, happy crafting, happy productivity, and I'll see you in 25 minutes. Okay. So, I have 2 pieces of paper. I'm going to use this one. 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 I'm going We're on chapter 2 and things are already spicy. Oof. Oof, 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 oof. I don't know. Alright, let me turn Spotify down. Okay, hello. Welcome back. So we're on our 10-minute break right now. We have just over 9 minutes. I'm like blushing a little. I mean, I'm always red. I have rosacea, but I'm like, don't know if this is a good choice to read like while I'm on camera. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know how to say some of the words, which is like kind of frustrating. Let me see if she has like a pronunciation guide. Not seeing one. Oh no, I lost my page. Is this one? Hold on. Is this one? Oh, I did find one. Okay, hold on. Okay, so Vecchaw. I knew that one was easy. I figured that one was pretty much gonna say it, you know, how it looks. Then you have Georgie. Those are, I'm assuming, going to be like the 2 main characters for this one. I don't know if they're all different. What I'm looking for is the, like, so she has pronunciation guides for everything but what I'm looking for. It's K-H-U-Y, or U-I, sorry, not Y. U-I, Koi, Kui, I have no idea. Is the K silent and it's like Huey? I don't know. I need someone who has read this book. Maybe I should see if I can get an audiobook. And I do that sometimes. I did that with the first Emily Wilde, because I was having the hardest time like getting into that book because I could not pronounce any of the villagers' names. I couldn't pronounce the villagers, and I'm like, it was preventing me from reading the book. Boy, did not expect to read what I just read. That's all I will say. If I knew who was watching, I'd give you an insert, but I don't, so I won't. Anyways, goals. We're supposed to talk about our goals. Our 2026 reading goals. Which last year I didn't. So this year. So this year was the first year that I didn't have a small business. Yeah. See, look, Alexandra gets it. Yeah, I think I might see, just so that I can learn how to pronounce some of the words. Like, she has all the characters and their pronunciations in the back, but not that. And I'm like, okay, like, that, you literally in the 3 pages, that was, like, the guy's perspective. She probably said it 5 times. And I'm like, I don't know what he's saying. Anyways, so last year was the first year that I didn't or this year was the first year that I didn't have a small business. And so I didn't really, like, know what I'd be able to do with reading. And then, like, I had personal stuff happen. So, like, obviously, like, I did read significantly more than I have in recent years. But I didn't feel comfortable, like, putting down any goals because I just didn't know. And I still, like, so I am definitely on track to read 75 books this year, which is what my goal was. I do read all types of books. I read mangas, graphic novels, huge fantasies, romanticities. I read everything, basically. Not mystery. I don't love mysteries. I will still read them, but normally it's on audiobook. Anyway, so I figured that a good goal for 2026 would be to increase that by 5. So read 80 books in 2026. My second goal is to prioritize my physical TBR. My third is I want to finish 6 series in 2026. Either series that I have already started that I want to definitely continue, or if I start a new series, I need to finish it. I also did a lot of monthly readathons where like they would come out monthly this past year. And I think I kind of want to skip that minus for maybe Aurelium, and just really focus on more so like my annual ones. I think I would just get like overloaded, overwhelmed, and then I would forget like what I was actually wanting to read and read for the annual ones. And so kind of switching that a little bit. Review every book I read. I for a couple months I like got out of the habit of reviewing, so I want to make sure that I do that. I also want to embrace consistency on Instagram and YouTube. I'm very, very inconsistent, so I am trying. YouTube is new. We'll see how it goes. And I'm just not great at Instagram, but it's fine. I do want to begin one like high fantasy series this year, which will go into the series. I really want to get into The Faithful and the Fallen. I can't grab it. It's sitting down here. I can't grab it though. I grabbed book 4 on accident. So this is Malice. This is book 4. So this is not the right book. But I got these super, super, super cheap from Half Price Books. Like they were over $10 off. They actually were maybe, they were like $20 off. I don't know why they were so cheap because there's nothing wrong with them. At least not that I saw. And so I got these really cheap. And so a lot of people are like, oh, you might love it or you might hate it. Like it could be a waste of your time or it could make you like fall in love with John Gwynn's writing. But a lot of people recommend to start here because of all of his new series. Like there's the Bloodsworn Saga. I can't speak English. Bloodsworn Saga. People say that like that one is better. So they say to start with this first, and I'm very interested in reading his books because some of the booktubers that I watch who I have a lot in common with taste wise, they really liked it. So I'm like, okay, like if they liked it, maybe I'll like it. So and then I also have a TBR cart, and some months I film like resetting it. And I kind of got out of the habit, and I just like, I love that video every month because I feel like it just organizes my like my cart and like organizes my thoughts around what I'm reading for the month. So that is my last goal, is to film my TBR cart refresh every month. So I'm not sure how much like I'll be posting actual videos to YouTube outside of doing live sprints all the time. Just because I'm not the best at editing and filming videos. So I don't know. Maybe we'll do a light goal around that, like, I don't know, once a month or something. But yeah, those are my goals. So I feel like they're like good. They're pretty easy to, to like they're achievable. That's always my goal, is I don't want to set an unrealistic goal and then have all this pressure on myself. Like I want to make sure that the goals I'm setting are achievable. So but anyways, we're approaching our next session. We have 2 more. Happy reading. Okay, how are we doing? Are you guys still hanging in there, or have you given up for the evening? I have made it to, so they don't really have they don't have chapter numbers, so I don't know what chapter I'm on. But I made it to through page 62, so I'll be on 63. I I'm surprised that I actually have read that much. Very, very, very easy to read. Very easy to understand. I went into this not expecting some like great literary work of art, which I definitely think helps with my enjoyment. It's just like not having expectations. Like I honestly expect to not like this book if I have any expectation at all, which at least right now I'm kind of proving myself wrong. This is by Ruby Dixon. One of the things that I think is catching me off guard that's making me enjoy it a lot more is the inner monologue that our main female character is having. Her name's Georgie. She has kind of like the sarcastic, dry type of humor that I think I also have, so I relate really well with that. And so just like her commentary around not being able to understand obviously there's aliens, like not being able to understand the aliens, and her thoughts, and even just like, oh, probably shouldn't do that, like the intrusive thoughts that I feel like we all sometimes tend to have. So definitely am enjoying this a lot more than what I thought I would, to be honest. So we do have one more 25-minute session. I will tell you what, I am cooking chili in the slow cooker right now, and Dominic is at HEMA. And it smells so good because I haven't eaten it yet. I tried to eat dinner with him, so I haven't eaten yet, and it smells so good. I am sitting here and I am starving. I might eat if he does not get home by the time we're off. I might eat without him because it smells so good. And it's like such a cold, like wintry day where we live. It snowed like 4.5 inches. I think the high was like 23 earlier today. So like it's just one of those days where like chili will definitely hit the spot. And so yeah, so definitely looking forward to that. And I must say it smells amazing. But anyways, yeah, I definitely am enjoying this a lot more. We will have sprints tomorrow too. I'm doing 2 nights. I might make one of the nights earlier. I haven't decided. I think I was going to start them at 7 and go like 7 to 9. But honestly, like the 2-hour break after work plus getting into like the 9 o'clock time frame and like reading, it's making me a little tired, which also could be because I don't have food. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm rambling. I feel like that's also like a sign that I'm probably tired, is that I'm rambling right now. But yeah, so we might be messing with the times a little bit, but I do think that the days are pretty much set in stone. We'll do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sundays. The only time is that obviously like it's December, it's holiday season. I also do have to travel to work. I have to go into work one day in the next couple weeks. And so, yeah, so I'll just have to kind of skip a few days. So in December, it might be more like 2 streams a week or 1 stream a week, just depending on kind of what's going on and if we're in town or not. But if you guys join the Discord, I will post in there. It should also, I forgot to check. I'll have to check tonight. But it should also post when I go live. If not, I will work on getting that fixed. And within the Discord is basically all the information for like the more important readathon that I'm hosting that starts in January 2026. That is called the Once Upon a Year Readathon. It is actually, and was actually going to be like my main focus for next year. I was not going to be running the Stardy one anymore. But now I'm also going to continue to run the Stardy one. So I have a lot of changes and stuff that I need to prepare for the Stardew Valley readathon. But if you guys like Stardew, that is a really great server. We built it up this past year. And yeah, we're hoping that the new changes make things a little bit easier to understand. And honestly, if you're doing my Once Upon a Year readathon and the Stardew Valley readathons, they're going to not be like super similar, but they're going to be similar, if that makes sense. Not quite as intense with the Stardew one as it is with Once Upon a Year, but they will still kind of have a main goal that you're trying to achieve and this and that. So, really, really excited for that. I also have a super fun game with our second event. We'll have 2 events throughout the year. The second event, you'll play, like, MASH, if you guys know what MASH is. You'll play a version of MASH that I made for, like, the special event. So really, really excited to kind of roll that out and introduce that. I have my mods over there looking at it now. And so hoping to roll that out in the next couple weeks. I have not decided if I'm going to do a video for it or not, just because timing and what I have time to actually do. Because I'm like, it's really great that I do this stuff, but at the same time, I still need time to read as well. And like, I still want time to read. It's how I like decompress. And so, yeah, so I have to figure that out, but either way, both the Discords are linked below in my description, and then the Once Upon a Year readathon is actually linked directly off of my YouTube as well. But yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out tonight. As I said, we have one more round, 25 minutes. Then we'll be done for the night. I'll pop on really quick, probably bid you all farewell, good evening, good night or good day, whatever time it is, wherever you're at. But so I don't want to take up too much time then, so I'm just going to say it now. Thank you so much for joining tonight. I hope you guys got, some stuff done. I hope you were productive, whether it was reading, crafting, cleaning, cooking, whatever else you might be working on, watching a TV show, I don't know. So I hope it was really productive for you tonight. And hopefully we can just kind of keep that momentum up and have a productive night tomorrow as well. Maybe even doing something else. If you didn't read tonight and you wanted to, maybe you can read tomorrow. So I'll be right here again. As I said, originally I was going to do 7. I think I might push it to 6 and do 6 to 8. 6 to 8-ish. We'll do the same setup, 4 sessions again. Might play with 5 to 10 minutes in between just to see what feels right. And yeah. But yeah. I should come up. I should pull them down. I have conversation cards that I feel like would be like perfect for this situation where I'm like, I can talk all day long, but I feel bad talking all day long. So I feel like if I did conversation cards, I could ask questions and be like, hey, what is your favorite Christmas? Well, I won't even say Christmas. I'll say, what is your favorite holiday movie? I personally do celebrate Christmas. That's why I had that slip up. But I know that there are people out there in the world that don't. And I also celebrate Yule. So I kind of have the 2 different holidays there. So if you're in chat still, if you made it this long and you feel like commenting, what is your favorite holiday movie? I have 2. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, definitely a staple. It's just that feel-good, homey, like, I feel like every time I watch it, I pick up on something else, even though I've seen it 20 times. I love it. And also, I'm mildly obsessed with, like, Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown. I have, like, different Charlie Brown stuff throughout my house for the holiday. Well, not throughout, but, like, in my living room for the holidays. So, I really enjoy watching that every year as well. Listening to the vinyl, and yeah, I'm goofy. So, but anyways, okay. One more 25-minute session. If you feel like taking a minute, let me know what your favorite holiday movie is. Oh, also the holiday is amazing too. But we'll go ahead. We'll get started. happy reading / productivity tasking, and I'll see you guys very, very shortly. Alright, that was the last one. I hope you guys did good. This is Mama. Are you gonna sit in front of the camera? Kind of. She's very shy. Let me see. I got to part 3, page 83. Yeah, page 83. This is like, I'm dying. Like, in a good way, like a funny way. Like, I haven't laughed out loud this much, so much. Yes, Alexandra, we have a dog and a cat. And this is actually, she's my parents' cat, but she loves me. And my dad has been, who's like her second favorite person, has been working out of town. So she has been temporarily living with me since maybe March or April of last year, or of this year, sorry. And her name is Chloe, but we call her Mama. So she's a good girl, but she probably will rarely make appearances. But anyways, so yeah, so we made it to page 83, part 3. I'm dying with this book. Like, I'm laughing. Like, I might keep reading while I eat my dinner tonight. But yeah, I said before on our last break that I was going to make this super short, super sweet. So thank you guys so much for coming. I will see you tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe, like the channel, all that good stuff, if you want to get live updates. As I said, I'm not sure if I'll keep this 7 to 9 or if I'll switch to 6 to 8 or if it'll just, you know, kind of vary depending on the day. But thank you so much. I hope you guys had a good evening. I hope you were productive, and I hope you have a good rest of your evening. And if I don't see you tomorrow, then I hope you have a great week. And thank you so much for spending this time with us. Bye.